Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of B is for Build. In today's episode, we're trying to get everything done so we can have it ready to be painted in the next episode. So that's things like reinforcing the lower control arm mounts, resetting the lower control arm so we can get our camber dialed in, we gotta get our alignment dialed in, and then we gotta repair our front bumper, which is gonna be fun. We're gonna have to use a tree. We're gonna fix our front bumper, mount our headlights, and mount our fender. That's what's in store for today. Stay tuned. Before I get down to work, I want to take a second out to thank our sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you guys don't know, SeatGeek is the ultimate ticketing app. You can easily find tickets to any concert or sporting event, festival or play or more, all in one place, and they're all at a great price, so you can focus on what matters most, which is going to the event and having fun. A couple days ago, the B is for Build crew and I decided that we really wanted to go to one of the NBA playoff games here, but tickets were really hard to get, especially because we needed like 6 in one row. But I got a hold of SeatGeek, I talked to them about what we were trying to do, and they hooked us up in a huge way. We got great seats and we had an amazing time at the game. And they've also got a special hookup for you guys. You can get $20 off your first purchase if you use the promo code BUILD. So guys, there's a link at the top of the description. Go click it, download the app, find your tickets, use my promo code BUILD, and you'll get $20 off your tickets. So thank you so much, SeatGeek, for sponsoring this episode and helping us out with the tickets. We honestly had such an amazing time. It was so much fun. I hope we can do it again sometime soon. All right, let's get down to work. Getting started, unfortunately, we gotta undo some of the work we just did in the last one. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing jacked up. We're gonna get the wheel off. We're gonna get the lower control arm off so I can get access to the lower control arm mounting tab that we welded in so I can start to look at how to reinforce it. All right, we got it up. We got the lower control arm out of the way, and I went ahead and measured my templates that we're gonna cut out of steel. So in theory, I mean, all these are is basically, you can see that thing right there, and it's shaped, it's rounded like this, right? It's round like that. And because of the bends in the upper parts of the thing, it got a little kinked. So what these pieces do is, if you imagine you had a rounded corner, this shoves up into that corner and then gets welded in there to help stiffen it up a little bit. And then there's a couple smaller pieces to fill some gaps. But that's all it really is we're just coming at it from the inside to stiffen it up, and then on the outside I'm just going to double down on some of those other welds as well to give it the best chance that we can, and that should hopefully be overkill at that point. So we're going to go ahead and cut these out and weld them in. All right, I just finished up welding, and I don't know, you can kind of see right there, we got a gusset in right there, another one up top, and then another one that you can't really see in the top left. You can just kind of see it right there, and then a small little guy right there. Then I actually patched some more in the back side as well. So with all that done, I actually feel very confident. I feel totally chill about this this repair. It's not the best way to go about it, like I said, but that's not gonna break. That's not going anywhere. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna reinstall our lower control arm and pay a little bit more attention to the camber positioning here this time. And we're also going to put our sway bar linkage on, because this is the permanent install now. So we're gonna do a little bit more measuring, and we're gonna work on our camber and our alignment as well when we do this reinstall. Good news, we got everything reinforced, thrown back together. The camber is looking much better now that we got that thing shifted further back. The lower control arm shifted further back. We got our sway bar linkage in there. Everything's looking nice and happy. So now it's time to move on to, we worked on the camber side of the alignment and that looks a lot better. Now we're gonna work on the toe side. So this wheel right now, the steering wheel is totally straight. This wheel is toe out. This wheel is going that way. And the one interesting thing that we just found out is that this wheel is towed in with the steering wheel perfectly straight. So that's why we had a more accentuated problem than I even expected last time. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and just jack up the truck a little bit in the front to bring some of the weight off of this stuff. We are going to loosen up the tie rod ends for the steering rack, and then we'll start adjusting them. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a string level to pull to figure out level between using the rear wheel as level with the car. We're gonna do a string level, run that forward. Once we get this wheel level to that string, then we're gonna go from side to side with our plates that I'll show you in a second. It's a lot later in the day now. We spent several hours on alignment, but we got it dialed in. So you can see this string that we're using right here. This is to measure parallel between that rear wheel. We believe that's perfectly straight because it wasn't part of the accident, coming up front to our front wheel, and then we also match that up with our steering wheel. So we set our steering wheel straight, we measure across there, and then we set that wheel straight. And that's to try and match all those things up, so when our steering wheel is straight, that our front wheels are gonna be straight as well. And then we use these boards right here. You can find these online. This is made by that company, and what they do is they take the outside measurements of your wheel, you shoot it over to the other side, and when these two tapes are the same, then you know that these two wheels are parallel with each other. And if they're parallel with each other and your steering wheel straight, then you are set. So alignment is done. Now that we got all the alignment stuff out of the way, it's time to start working in this front area. You can see this is my bumper that's a little bit bent in from the accident. It's supposed to look something like this. You can see like a nice kind of finger width space down there, and then on this one it's touching. So you can see there's a bit of a crinkle right here and the metal tore right there. So the best way that I know to fix this, I really do like this bumper. I like the look of this bumper. I think I like it more than the OEM one, so we're gonna keep it and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to repair it. And the best way that I know how to do that is to take something like this, wrap one end around a tree, wrap the other end around that, throw it in reverse, give it a little tug, and start to bend it back. And then once we get it in the right position, I'll go ahead and weld it up, and then weld in a reinforcement as well. Reversing was a really good first step. It snapped the rest of that stuff off, which I could see it was already rusting and stuff like that. It was about to go anyways. The only issue is that, I don't know if it's because of the orientation where I connected it with the tree or whatnot, but it's up a little bit too high. So now we got to get it to go back down, and that's really hard. Kyle and I, with both of our weight on it, really aren't doing much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this end cap off here, insert the Beast for Build pry bar of destiny, and then we'll both get on that thing and try and bend it back down, and then we'll hopefully, if that works, we could just weld it back up. But we got this little plastic piece back out and it's looking good. Pry bar worked great. We got it all level, kind of like this way, it's all level, it's no longer high, and we got it cinched back up to the truck as close as we want it. The only problem is now is that this guy is never gonna match up right. So I got some DOM tubing left over from the roll cage. That's DOM tubing, I'm pretty sure that's the right size. Left over from the 240Z roll cage. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a chop right here, build a piece to connect it, and we'll weld it in. morning, guys. It is a new day, and we're about to get started on some welding. I just wanted to, kind of get far back and show you guys that it's nice and straight and even, and things are matching up. So I'm very happy with the way that that's looking. Our replacement piece is looking good too, so this needs to be cleaned around the edges a little bit more so we can have better metal to weld into, and then we'll weld that into there. And then we need to do the same thing over here. We got to clean this up a little bit, and then we can weld that on right there. And then when we go to do paint, we'll just re-Raptor liner those things so they're nice and they match, and then we can also come in and do a little bit of the cleanup work from stuff that's been damaged over the years. You can see we got a couple chips and stuff, some dents, and we'll go ahead and hit those with some Raptor liner too. So time to start welding. Welding went very well. We got great penetration, so we're welded all the way across there, and then we welded our cap back on here. Focus camera. So that's the cap, kind of welded onto there, and that piece is welded onto there. The only thing I'm kind of bummed about is I got some globs up on the top and I can't really get the sander up there, but it's fine. Once we hit this thing with Raptor liner, you'll never know the difference. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit these with some black primer for the time being. Well, actually black paint. Primer won't seal out water. I'm just gonna hit them with some black paint for the time being until we can hit them with Raptor liner to help reduce any rusting that might happen over the next few days. And then we're gonna jump into the headlights. We went ahead and removed the bad bent up bracketry that we no longer need because we're running a stock fender, so some stuff kind of coming out of here and here. Now it's time to start focusing on the headlights. So this is the stock headlight, and to remove it, it's pretty simple. It's just 3 bolts. There's one here, here, and here, and then you can kind of start to wiggle that thing out of there. It connects into your fender and the backside. And we went with aftermarket headlights as a replacement. I ordered these when when I bought the truck a long time ago, before I knew we were going to do the facelift. But it was cheaper to buy 2 aftermarket headlights with some daytime running lights than it was to just buy one OEM new headlight. So anyways, these won't even be on the truck for very long because we're doing the facelift, but I do want to get them on here and get them working. So we're going to go ahead now, pull the stock one out, and install both of the aftermarket replacements. Well, I set a record for ordering the wrong parts for the build on this build. Absolutely. Those are F-150 headlights that are apparently different from Raptor headlights. So we had to do a little bit of rewiring, and then we also wired in the daytime running lights. But we are looking good right now, which I'm very, very happy about because I was getting pretty worried. So we got everything going. I gotta rewire this side as well, and then we'll be ready to go. Well, there we go. We have working headlights and DRLs. Looking good. Time to get this fender on here. We're basically just going to temp mount the fender because we have to take it back off for paint in the next episode. But I want to get it looking pretty just right now. All right, fender is test fit on there. The lights are on. The lights look great. I really like kind of the combination of, well, everything that's going on here. I feel like we got a little red, white, and blue going. This is fantastic. So in the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and paint that fender. So this fender is actually a little bit skinnier than this fender over here, but you really can't tell. But we're also facelifting it soon anyways. So it's less wide, I should say. It's not skinnier, but it's less wide. Anyways, looks fantastic. I'm so happy. I drove this thing up and down the street when I was turning around the last time. It drives straight. I'm just really, really happy. This has been going really good. So we'll start painting so things can start going poorly. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the channel, you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. That's all I'm gonna ask from you this time. And come back soon for the next episode that'll be very soon when we paint this thing. See you then. Peace! Come on.